Right, here we go with the following group of bikes. That's the Triumph, Superbikes, Superbike Challenge, Masters, 600s, all out on the circuit for their second race of the day. Was a lovely fight out there for P2 basically, because Kieran Snyman ran away with race number 1, and he wasn't seen until after the checkered flag. Rapson had a heck of a fight there as well with Alex van der Berg, and then Tristan Pina was in that fight. Hilton Redlingeis as well. A big thanks to everybody at 888 Motorcycles for the sponsorship there of Hilton Redlingeis, and a lot of time and effort put in there by the entire crew of 888 Motorcycles.
Well, Frankie, you said that Kieran Snyman wasn't seen again after that win. They actually had to file a missing persons report, because what happens is they couldn't find him anywhere, and he made it back just in time for this race. So what happens is he might just check out here again on the Fireblade.
Yeah, and then they'll probably have to look for him afterwards again. No, it was a great performance by Kieran in race number 1, and he's determined to want to repeat that in the second race. So we'll wait for them to come to the line. Going to be some great action here in the Superbike category as they roll under the bridge, Byron.
Yeah, they'll all come into their rightful positions then. 18 were entered. We'll see how many will come out onto the grid as the number 19 Honda Fireblade. CBR 1000 comes into pole position, nice and calmly. Close your eyes a little bit, just take a few breaths and fill those lungs quite nicely. We wait for Malcolm Rapson, who's not only second on the grid, but he's the pole man in the Masters section. And we wait for that number 1 Kawasaki GSXR 1000, excuse me. And then Alex van den Berg, a dark horse, always. Watch out there for Tristan Pina on the 600. He's leading the 600. He's the pole man there. Hilton Redlingeis, 888 Motorcycles, 87. Slade van Nikkag also on a 600.
Jason, Brad Botsworth, and Matthew. Oh, it's a massive jump start. Whoa, man. There are 2 motorcycles that jumped the start. Massive jump start by 2 bikes out there. And I know 53 was one of them. And I think he's rolling off now into Sana. There was a humongous jump start, so I think he's going to have to give those positions back. As a matter of fact, he's slowing right down as well. And but there's 2 riders out there that might even serve a penalty after that, but that's for the stewards to decide as we go back to the racing action out on track as they work their way, Byron, through turn 3, interceptor corner, up towards Saddle Sweep.
Well, other than that, it was a nice, good, clean start from everyone. They'll make their way into Saddle Sweep now and onto the back straight. They will then run for the first time in this second race. The Fireblade there of Kieran Snyman runs down the back straight. Then it is Alex van den Berg, the 54. A man that's actually not known for his starts at the moment is Malcolm Rapson. So he gives himself a little bit of work just to get back up towards the sharp end of the field. Yeah, they come through turn 5 now. They'll complete the lap. There'll be 8 laps left to go.
Right, under the bridge they go. Kieran Snyman sits out. Then is P1, Alex van der Berg. Then it's Tristan Pina in there. And Rapson dives up there on the inside of, it was Hilton Redlingeis. And he had a go there. Hilton Redlingeis and pulls in there. Behind Hilton does your reigning defending champion, Malcolm Rapson. Tristan Pina is doing pretty well. He sits there in that 3rd position, and he's chasing down the 2 leaders out of turn 2.
Yeah, the timing screens are just showing something a little bit different here, Frankie, so we'll try and keep up for you as far as things are concerned. There, I saw a bit of a wiggle coming into turn 1 earlier on from the leader, Kieran Snyman. And I saw Tristan Pina also trying to get his way up there as well. They go down the Tygerberg straight now, back onto the back straight. They'll then run the back main, the curved back main, and then looking behind him, it's still Van den Berg that holds it there at the moment now. Then it's going to be Tristan Pina. Then I think Malcolm Rapson's currently in 5th position at the moment.
Sluit van Niekerk's been attacked there as they race down into turn number 5 into a Fostron corner. And Van Niekerk, I think he might just have the combination of Redelinghuyse and Rapson just in there behind him. As a matter of fact, he does as they come down to the line, and it's going to be Malcolm Rapson that gets past him, followed there by 888 Motorcycles, Hilton Redelinghuyse, as they head down into turn number 1. And then behind them, it's Brad Bodsworth, Jason Lenica, and Matthew van Niekerk, and Lubabalo and Tasana in P9. Top 10 rounded off there by Wayne Arendse.
Yeah, Wayne Arendse, Jamie Hall, Jonathan Schwerin, Ray Fivish, and Wesley Hendricks, as well as Quinton Weening. Q and Sname at the moment is the man having a bit of transponder problems. I see Alex van den Berg actually registering as the fastest lap at the moment, a 1:13.470, but that is to be updated for the man who's too fast for his own transponder.
Heading down the back main, that is Q and Snyman. Heading down the back straight towards turn 5, followed there by Alex van den Berg, then Tristan Pienaar. Then behind them, it's Malcolm Rapson. Behind Rapson, it's Sluit van Niekerk. And here comes Hilton Redelinghuyse. Hilton going through there. And have a look and see. Jason Lineker is in there, and he is under attack there. Is Lineker as they work their way into turn number 5 out of Fostron corner. The leaders are heading into turn number 1. And still, Van der Berg is the quickest man out there with a 1:13.470.
Yeah, Tristan Pienaar, 1.3 seconds between himself and Malcolm Rapson at the moment. Hilton Redelinghuyse a further 1.7 seconds back. And then Sluit van Niekerk holding it in there in the 600 class. Second in class ahead of Jason Lineker, who's currently third in class. Brad Bodsworth will lead the Superbike Challenge class. Lubabalo and Tisano, who had that jump start earlier on, will be second in class ahead of Wayne Arendse at this particular moment in time. Jamie Hall also on the 600s. He's fourth in class at the moment, ahead there of the fourth place in class man. 12th position overall, Jonathan Schwerin and Ray Fivish. Quinton Weening, man we haven't spoken much about, still in the Superbike Challenge class, hanging in there as well in that 14th position ahead of Wesley Hendricks. Rounding everything off is Daniel Frost with Sean McCrill not taking any part in this particular race. It's Van den Berg, he's still holding it there in second position, losing touch there with Q and Snyman.
Right, down the back main, this lot goes. We're waiting for the leaders. Yeah, here they come, under the bridge, into turn 1. Q and Snyman from Alex van der Berg. Then behind him, we've got Tristan Pienaar, followed by Malcolm Rapson. Then it is Hilton Redelinghuyse, Sluit van Niekerk, heading into turn 1. Then we've got Jason Lineker, Brad Bodsworth is in there as well. Then we have got Matthew van Niekerk, and right on van Niekerk's case there is Lubabalo and Tasana, followed by Wayne Arendse.
Fastest lap of the race, a 1:13.034 for Q and Snyman. No surprise over there as well.
We've got a rider that went very wide, and a rider, Baron, that stopped there in a turn 2. Is that Alex van der Berg? I'm not sure.
It is.
I think it's Alex van der Berg.
Did a chain come off maybe? Smoke coming from the...
that was the man that was in second place. Alex is out of this one,
yeah,
sadly.
He's pushing it off, Frankie. I can see now. That means Tristan Pienaar will be up into the second position. Then Rapson up into third. Redelinghuyse up into fourth position.
So, down the back main they go. This is this high-speed Rocket Express train. Heading into turn 5, the Orient Express is in the house. As the leader goes into turn number 1, he's so far down the road. And under the bridge now comes Tristan Pienaar. No, a lie. It is Rapson, then Pienaar, then Redelinghuyse, then Van Niekerk, Slade. Then a bit of a gap before we see Jason Lineker and Matthew Van Niekerk. He's ahead there of the racing down into turn number 1. Van Niekerk is ahead there of Bodsworth and Arendse. But yeah, it's a pity though. Van der Berg dropping all the way down the leaderboard, and he will be classified as DNF.
16 riders still left in this race, rider machine combinations. And Daniel Frost will be the man who rounds it all off as far as things are concerned. 4 laps left to go. Almost 9.5 second gap between Snyman and Malcolm Rapson in that second place. But Pienaar, despite being third, still leads the 600 class at the moment. 2.1 seconds ahead of Hilton Redelinghuyse. Redelinghuyse is third in the Superbike class.
I'm watching this fight that's going down into turn number 5 now, as the leader comes under the bridge to start another lap. Keep an eye on that one. That's a massive, massive fight that's going on out of turn number 5, coming down towards us, and it's a fight for second and third. It's the fight for second and third. It's Rapson and Pienaar as they run into turn number 1, followed here by Reerlinghuis and Sluit van Niekerk. Into turn 1 they go, and here comes Jason Lineker, and then Matthew van Niekerk coming through, and he's got 2 other guys right in there behind him as they work their way out of turn 1.
Wayne Arendse will come through now in 9th position overall, 4th in the Masters section and 2nd in the Superbike Challenge class. The 8th place man, Brad Bodsworth, will be 3rd in the Masters section and the leader of the Superbike Challenge class. Jonathan Schwerer and Lubabala Ntisana, 3rd in class at the moment, 11th overall with 3 laps left to go in this race, a 1:12.767, the fastest lap of the race for Kewan Snyman on that Fireblade at the moment, and already still pumping in those very fast purple sector times.
Kewan Snyman is coming down towards the City of Cape Town Bridge. He's on the main straight. Here's Kewan Snyman. Boom! Into turn number 1 he goes, and he's done a 1:12.729. He's the quickest rider out there. And then working their way out of Fostron corner now. He's Tristan Pienaar. That's gone up into 2nd. He's ahead there of Rapson. Then we've got Hilton Reerlinghuis. Sluit van Niekerk coming down, followed here by the 93 of Jason Lineker as they make their way into turn number 1. And then we've got Matthew van Niekerk coming through. Right there behind him is Brad Bodsworth. And right there with him on the 33 is Wayne Arendse.
Well, looking at Hilton Reerlinghuis, he's 2.8 seconds off of Malcolm Rapson with these 2 laps left to go. So he's doing a mighty job there. 20.8 seconds ahead of Sluit van Niekerk, the man who's 2nd in the 600 class. Jason Lineker still in there as well, 5.2 seconds further back. 3rd in class at the moment, but holding it 30.7 seconds ahead of Matthew van Niekerk, as it is these 2 laps left to go, including the one we are currently on. Watch out for that red Fireblade coming out of turn 5 right now, onto the main straight, underneath the bridge, and to start that now or never lap.
1 more lap to go for Kewan Snyman, making his way into turn number 1. And as he works his way into turn 1, you're waiting for this fight coming out of turn number 5, out of Fostron for 2nd and 3rd positions. And a fight it is between Tristan Pienaar and Malcolm Rapson. Rapson, will he look up on the inside? No, he stays in there going into turn number 1 as the field comes through. Behind them, we have got Hilton Reerlinghuis, Sluit van Niekerk coming through, Jason Lineker, and then this other fight that's heading towards us now, Van Niekerk, Bodsworth, and Arendse.
Yeah, we wait for Arendse to come through. Like I said, 4th in the Masters class, 2nd in the Superbike Challenge class. Here he comes through now on the Yamaha. And then it will be Lubabala Ntisana and Jamie Hall will just drop a position into 11th. Ntisana will be 10th at the moment and 3rd in the Superbike Challenge class.
Right, so we're going to pick up the leader. That is way down the road. He's coming out of turn number 5, as a matter of fact. Your leader under the bridge. He's so far down the road. Kewan Snyman comes home in P1. That fight for 2nd and 3rd is now side by side, coming out of turn 5, out of Fostron corner. Heading towards us. Here we go. Oh, there's nothing between them. That's Tristan Pienaar. Tristan Pienaar. No, it's not. It is Malcolm Rapson ahead of Tristan Pienaar across the line, followed by Hilton Reerlinghuis. And behind him is Sluit van Niekerk, Byron.
Yeah, Sluit van Niekerk, 2nd in the 600 class. Remember, Tristan Pienaar will be the victor in the 600 section, and that's 3rd overall for him. Jason Lineker will be 3rd in 600s on the CBR 600. Matthew van Niekerk comes through in the Superbike class. He'll be 4th in the Superbike class. Brad Bodsworth, 8th overall, but Superbike Challenge winner. Arendse, 2nd in the Superbike Challenge class. Lubabala Ntisana will be 3rd in class. And the man coming through now, Jamie Hall, will be 5th in the 600s section. We still wait for Jonathan Schwerin, Wesley Hendricks, Quinton Weening, Ray Fivish and Daniel Frost, who's come across the line already, I see. So coming to the line then, it's Wesley Hendricks that finishes 4th in class, 12th overall. Jonathan Schwerin in 13th, Quinton Weening in 14th, Ray Fivish in 15th, Frost in 16th, and McCrill, who got it going, looks like it, in 17th position.
Wow, action packed out there, I'll tell you. And you at the right place at the right time today. If you're here, if you're not, and you're at home, you are watching the right production. The riders are busy waving to the fans that are around the circuit. But Byron, a big pity there for Alex van der Berg that had problems there in turn 2. He was sitting in 2nd position, and I can only think that a chain must have come off the bike. I mean, we don't know from up here, because I can guarantee you, he never put the bike down. The bike just stopped, so it lost all drive for whatever reason. So probably a chain or something small, but that something small has cost him something big.